informed us that this weekend will be perfect for a trip to Huber's. Where do we start? Lisa Kruer is here, and I don't know if we start with going on a wagon ride for pumpkins, or if we start talking about drinking a little bit of wine, or maybe some pumpkin spice, fresh produce. It's up to you, Lisa. It's your show.
How about we do it all today?
All right, let's do it all. All right. I think bread and butter, though, is the pumpkins, isn't it?
It really is. This is pumpkin season, and we do have all things pumpkin right now. We've got your traditional pumpkins. We've got some little bitty tiny pumpkins. We have painted pumpkins. We have pumpkin roll. We have lots of pumpkin spice. We have pumpkin butter. You name it. If it's pumpkin and you can put pumpkin in it, we have it for sure.
Whenever Lisa's here, I always wish we had smell-o-vision, because if you could smell the cinnamon and the pumpkin, it smells delicious. I'm ready for a trip. So let's talk a little bit about the experience that is the wagon ride and picking pumpkins. I think for folks, it's like a tradition every year. The kids look forward to it. It's kind of like it's a lot like going out and picking a Christmas tree, which you can also do at Huber's, but pumpkins.
Yeah, so we find that is the main destination requirement when people come out in the fall. They want to get on that wagon, go out and pick the pumpkin. And the good news is, even though our visitorship is up this year because everyone wants to get outside, we have added extra wagons. We've expanded out into our 700 acres to give people plenty of room to spread out, to socially distance, and they can take those wagons out there, get in their own little zone, pick their pumpkin, come back, and then enjoy the rest of the day on the farm.
Yeah, with all that space, I can understand why people would want to gravitate towards Huber's. Plus, the experiences, it's a great memory. That's the bottom line here. You know, my wife, it's funny, she practiced the social distance with me before it was cool. I mean, she's always
at
least 6 feet apart all the time.
Sure.
Let's talk about spirits. You know, you're known for your wine.
Yes.
But the list of spirits is now expanded. Tell us about some of these beautiful bottles here.
So one of the things that we've done this year in particular, in interest of allowing people to experience more of what we have to offer, but outside, we have put up a giant tasting tent. It's the Lakeside View tasting tent. It has its own music. It has its own food truck. And so if you want to come to the farm and do an experience and taste through some of our wonderful products, you can do it outside on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. Not only can you taste those wines, which most people are familiar with, you can taste the spirits. Or if you're feeling a little frisky, you can split your tasting and do half and half. A little wine, a little spirits. Either way, you are going to get a souvenir glass to take home to remember your experience.
And of course, with all of this this good drink here that we have available at Huber's, you also have to have something to eat, something to snack on. And I love the fact that, yeah, you have cheese trays and all that, but if you have a sweet tooth, this is the time of year to go ahead and let go a little bit, right?
Hi, pumpkin ice cream, apple dumplings, pumpkin rolls, cinnamon rolls. Part of our experience right now is something for the entire family. So I get questions all the time. I've never been there before. I can't believe that's still the case. But people say, I've never been there before. Is there something for me, my children down to age 2, my grandmother? And the answer is yes. So come out and have a pizza in the cafe and get something to drink. Listen to some live music. And maybe some of the adults want to do a tasting, and the children want to go down to the farm park and play on the mountain slide and the giant animals. And there really is something for everyone in between. But if you have a sweet tooth, do not miss the caramel apples. We dip them fresh on the weekends. And then I don't have them here today because they are only available Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the hot and fresh apple cider or pumpkin donuts are here through October only. So
you talk
do
about
not
a smell,
miss it.
even outdoors.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, from a mile away.
No, I try to stay away from the outdoors. I stay in my office on Fridays when I know that they're there, because as soon as I walk out, that smell hits me, and I just have to walk up the hill and just grab one.
Let's talk a little bit about the live entertainment. I love the fact that you get out there and enjoy live music. If that's not your thing, like you said, 700 acres, you can get away from that. It's really your choice.
Well, sure.
But tell us about the live entertainment, because I do think that adds a lot to the atmosphere.
So we do have live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through October. And this year, because we have spread out so much, we did find that people were sitting further away. They're bringing their own chairs and blankets and setting up in the grass by the lake, or maybe they're doing a tasting down by the lake and they can't really hear the music that's on the main stage. So we have added additional music, a little solo act under the tent on Saturdays and Sundays. So you can have a little more downtime. It's still entertaining. It's still a little kind of a fun background, but it does give you an opportunity to have that sort of whole experience when you're there without being in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and Napa Valley has nothing on Huber's.
Oh,
because
no.
you guys have wine tastings, you've got wine tours, and Ted Huber is the master. You talk about a guy who's not only won awards here regionally and in this country, but worldwide.
Yes.
Some of these wines have won awards. He's taken the wine level at Huber's way up.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about if folks would like maybe a good corporate gathering, practicing social distancing, all the
yes.
protocol, but you can still get in and be educated a little bit on wine made right here.
Oh, of course, of course. So it depends on what you're looking for. So if you have a small outing, we do all kinds of little tour and taste, kind of the back room aspect of it, check out the production, how it's all made, and you can do a private tasting with a small group from 8 to 20. If you have something larger, we are set up in our plantation hall. We have plenty of space to move your group of, say, 100 or 200 into one of our larger rooms and still practice that social distancing, but get that full experience. So really, anything along the spectrum that you're looking for to do, we can do for you.
Okay, I'm gonna take healthy foods off the table.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. If you had a cheat food here, or a food you say, okay, it's lunch, I'm really craving, like I'm a big fan of that cheese jalapeno bread that you have there.
Yeah,
that makes my frosty cold wheat sodas go down a lot easier.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you pick if you had to?
It's going to be a toss-up between the pumpkin ice cream from the ice cream shop and the pretzel knots with nacho cheese dip in the cafe.
Ooh, tough call there.
I don't know. Maybe the pretzel nuts first, and then finish up with some pumpkin ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're good at this. I'm going to go off script once again.
Okay.
So tell me about an experience that maybe folks don't know about at Huber's. I mean, I've done the pumpkin thing. I've been over there to the petting zoo. I've done all these little things that I think I know every inch of your property, but I probably don't. Is there something that you go, okay, no one knows, but you can do this? Or tell me.
Well, there is something, actually. If you don't have small children, you might not think to go into the family farm park. Most people associate that with something that toddlers or young children would want to do, and that's great for them. But if you do go into the farm park, especially this time of year, we have a corn maze that is fantastic fun. My teenagers even love it. And every admission into the family farm park includes a grain train ride. It's this fantastic little wagon that's set up with individual pods. Again, fantastic for social distancing. Each family can go into its own little pod. It takes you all the way around the farm. It's a guided tour. It tells you everything about everything that you see, and you go places that you wouldn't ordinarily see, even if you went out to pick pumpkins.
Okay. In this day of social media, where's the best photo opportunity? I think the pumpkin patch for the kids, because it's so cute to see a little kid next to this huge pumpkin. But for adults, or maybe someone who wants a wedding picture for their invitations or something, where would you recommend?
There are two really beautiful places right now. The leaves are starting to turn on the vineyards, and so they are gorgeous. And just right in the middle of 2 rows of vines is gorgeous. The second place I'd recommend is in front of one of our rick houses. We always have barrels sitting out front, and the beautiful red of the barn, the barrels sitting in front with the emblems on them. It's gorgeous.
Okay, so now you have the official invitation. Well, I'm going to let you do that, if you would, Lisa. Invite everybody. As Tawana said, this weekend will be perfect for a trip to Huber's. Tell everybody, come on out.
It will be perfect this weekend. It's going to be a fantastic time to come out. If you are interested in some of our seasonal wines, though, our spiced apple will be gone by this weekend, so you might have to head to Kroger for that. But if you're looking for lower crowds, we are doing lots of wonderful fun things all week long. But we definitely will have plenty of fun on tap from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Saturday, and from 10 until 6 on Sunday.
All right, I'll see you then. Come